Ladies and gentlemen, we just discussed how Rahul Gandhi's party and he himself projects himself as a crusader for the constitution. However, has he forgotten that the preamble also vows to protect the integrity and unity of India? But has the Congress party fought against the forces that threaten our nation's security? Let's tell you how today it stands accused of terror patronage. Yasin Malik's Pakistani wife, Mushaal Hussein Mullick, has written to Rahul Gandhi seeking his help to initiate a debate in the parliament advocating for her husband. How he is the only person who can bring peace to Jammu and Kashmir. In her letter, the convicted terrorist wife has reminded Rahul Gandhi of the deal the UPA government had struck with Yasin Malik in 2006 and has claimed that he can help bring peace to the valley. Remember, Yasin himself pleaded guilty to waging war against India, the charges that were made by the NIA, and funding terror. The BJP has now launched a scathing attack on the Gandhi family, questioning them, "Ye rishta kya kehlata hai?" Caught on the back foot, the Congress wants to verify the authenticity of the letter itself. First, listen in to the war words.
जो यासीन मलिक जिसके हाथ खून से सने हुए हैं कश्मीरी पंडितों के लिए और हमारी फौजों के लिए.
Aren't you intrigued why somebody who is accused of killing innocents, civilians, people in uniforms is reaching out to the Gandhi family? Why would a terror suspect reach out for support to the Gandhi family? तो ऐसा क्या है कि आतंक फैलाने वाले अब कांग्रेस से सहारा मांग रहे हैं?
Depends on, we'll examine if content of the letter, of course, let the High Command decide that whether it is appropriate or not.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate with Gaurav Bhatia, Anand Ranganathan and Tehseen Poonawala is Sushil Pandit, activist from Jammu and Kashmir, and advocate Aditya Gupta, State Vice President of the Youth PDP. Tehseen Poonawala, my first question to you. Rahul Gandhi gets a letter from Yasin Malik's wife that he's the one who can bring peace to the Jammu and Kashmir region. I want to ask you, once again, deal time for the Congress. After all, Dr. Manmohan Singh also had deals with Yasin Malik. He was invited to Delhi. He was somebody who was honored by the Congress party at that point in time. Do you realize there are murder charges against him? 9 murders, 5 of them of Indian Air Force officers and Indian security forces. You heard the wife of one of our martyrs who has objected to this. The question I want to ask you tonight, Tehseen Poonawala, the man has shared stage with Hafiz Saeed, and do I need to tell the Congress party and you, Tehseen Poonawala, who Hafiz Saeed is? This is the man who had deals with the Congress party, and today his wife actually reaches out to the Congress party? Really?
Just I will end my submissions with an image that I will show from Times of India. But before I start that, along with Hafiz Saeed was another person, the friend of the current Honorable Prime Minister, perhaps even the Home Minister, Ved Prakash Ji. He said he had Chai Pe Charcha and did Man Ki Baat with Hafiz Saeed while the current Prime Minister was Prime Minister. IB Raw, nobody interrogated him. ISI was allowed into Pathankot. Number 2, whether Yasin Malik's wife wrote a letter or no is up for suspicion. Nobody even knows it's a real letter. The letter hasn't reached Rahul Gandhi. The only people the letter has reached is the BJP and wider BJP, the media, which is fine. Now, isn't it curious, Navika, to you and to me and to every viewer, that during Maharashtra elections, where the BJP is trying its best to polarize, Yasin Malik's wife, while Yasin Malik is in jail and perhaps striking a deal with the government, writes a letter to Rahul Gandhi. How can Rahul Gandhi bring any peace in Kashmir, or how can Rahul Gandhi interfere in Kashmir? He's leader of opposition, he's not in government, and Congress is a minority government.
No denial from the Congress party. Yasin Punawala on the show, you are saying that Rahul Gandhi has not got this letter, but the office of Rahul Gandhi has not given any such statement. The Congress party has not given any such statement. I don't know. I don't think getting
one line.
Gaurav Bhatia, please respond. ये आपने एक fake चिट्ठी जो चिट्ठी राहुल गांधी के पास पहुंची नहीं है, you are circulating that and raising questions of the Congress party. Gaurav Bhatia.
Navika ji, I will be the happiest person, and every leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, every worker would be the happiest person if this letter is not written by the wife of Yasin Malik to Rahul Gandhi. You know, we are adversaries, that is fine, but it shocks the nation when Yasin Malik's wife, and why does she write? I will read a line out of the entire letter. It says, Rahul ji, you being the leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha are burdened with the immense responsibility of speaking the truth, no matter how bitter or politically disadvantageous it might be. And thus she expects Rahul Gandhi to pick up this cause and defend Yasin Malik. Now why is it that Rahul Gandhi always becomes the cocoon for the terrorists, for the anti-nationals? There is a reason. Because people know that Rahul Gandhi is a shallow person. He has this lust for power and he can betray our country for that. And that is why all these anti-nationals, Navika, reach up to him. Now, what is the deal? Is the deal that the letter is talking about that the Manmohan Singh government will let Yasin Malik go scot-free even for the brutal murders of the Indian Air Force officers who were killed by Yasin Malik?
Big question raised by Gaurav Bhatia. I want to get in. Advocate Aditya Gupta. I want to ask the PDP tonight. Absolutely, I want to ask the PDP tonight. Is Yasin Malik a terrorist? Yes or no?
He's someone who is convicted. Simple as that. I don't think, and if he writes a letter to Rahul Gandhi, or for that matter to Narendra Modi, it doesn't make any difference. The courts are the one that determine whether a person is to be stay inside the jail or has to be outside the jail. I don't think it makes much of a difference whether he writes a love letter or writes a letter asking for help. See, if Rahul Gandhi decides to help him out, then a debate can be raised. And fact of the matter is, Yasin Malik is no one who can bring peace to Jammu and Kashmir. The peace to Jammu and Kashmir will be brought by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. You have to have a dialogue, you have to involve them, you have to include them into the process.
No trial.
Sir, ek minute aap ruko. There's no, I'm not sure. Who is saying no?
Why should there be no debate? I'm asking you. A pointed question.
Navika, the problem is the moment...
No, Aditya Gupta ji. Aditya Gupta, the question is, he's not asking Rahul Gandhi to set him free from the jail. His wife is asking Rahul Gandhi to start a debate in Parliament and mentioning a deal that existed with the Congress party. I want to ask you, should questions not be raised?
My point is, if Rahul Gandhi tomorrow in the Parliament in the winter session stands up and talks about Yasin Malik, then there has to be any question. Letter, whether written or not written, is something which is, let's take for the sake of argument, is written. But someone has to act upon it. Then only the debate will come. Number two, the most important factor.
Anand Ranganathan, कोई problem ही नहीं है ना. ये question only when the debate happens in Parliament we should raise it. We should not raise the question of a deal. We should not raise the question of Yasin Malik and his wife who lives in Pakistan and her links with the Pakistani government. Yasin Malik's links with Hafiz Saeed. इस पे सवाल पूछते ही हम क्यों हैं?
Navika, I agree with the youth PDP gentleman कि वाकई कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है भाई. जिससे आशा है, जिससे आशाएं हैं, उसी को तो चिट्ठी लिखी जाएगी. Mr. Gupta, I did not interrupt you. I was listening to you. I'm not interrupting you, Mr. Raghavan. You are, because it's my turn.
wait a minute, na. What I'm
Okay.
saying is that what has been said, it doesn't make any difference. I'm just
No,
asking. I'm talking
Mr.
to Ms.
Gupta, I'll
Navika
have to
Kumar.
lower your fader. This is a short debate. I'm very short on time. Anand, make your point.
नाविका, मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ भाई, एकदम ठीक है, ठीक आदमी को चिट्ठी लिखी है, जिनसे आशाएं हैं, जिनकी पूरी फैमिली ने, इफ यू रिमेंबर बाटला हाउस एनकाउंटर पे कौन रोया था? क्या मोदी जी रोए थे? इफ यू रिमेंबर 26/11 को आरएसएस कॉन्स्पिरेसी किसने कहा था? पाकिस्तान का हाथ नहीं है, किसने कहा था? क्या मोदी जी ने कहा था? कोयम्बटूर बॉम्बर्स किसने छोड़े? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा बेल नहीं डिसअलाउ करी, छोड़ दिए। किसके एलाइज ने छोड़े? मोदी जी के एलाइज ने छोड़े। नाविका, हर पग पग पर ये सीक्रेट डील हुई है। मनमोहन सिंह के साथ हाथ किसने मिलाया था? कांग्रेस का हाथ इनके साथ है, तभी तो ये चिट्ठियां लिख रहे हैं। आपको थोड़ा लिखेंगे,
Sushil Pandit, is this not the betrayal of everybody who's at the receiving end of terror attacks and the price that has been paid, including martyrs from forces who were shot down by Yasin Malik, the charges filed by the NIA, the conviction happening, and we're being told that why are we raising the question tonight?
Thank you, Navika, for having me on your show. I was moved looking at the wife of squadron leader Ravi Khanna, who along with his 4 associates was brutally gunned down. And he was not the only one to lose his life. Justice Neelkant Ganju, the Vice Chancellor of Kashmir University, Mushaal Haq, Lassa Kaul, the Director of Doordarshan Srinagar, and several more. Sarla Bhatt was raped by him and his cohorts. Now the point is, why none of these heinous crimes have been prosecuted? Why is the Tada case on squadron leader Ravi Khanna still dragging after 35 years? Why only the case registered in 2016 for terror funding and money laundering and waging war against India was conveniently picked up, where a charge sheet was never contested by Yasin Malik? No arguments happened, nothing dragged on. A quick case was finished, convicted, and he is lording over in Tihar jail like Arvind Kejriwal and Surendra Jain. If any of those heinous cases were concluded, he would have hanged years ago. Every government has colluded
Sushil Pandit, because those cases languished in files as witnesses were scared of, as evidence was destroyed. He was allowed to carry on with business as usual, sitting at the high table in New Delhi in the UPA government, making deals. And today, his wife writes a letter to Rahul Gandhi for nothing less than a debate to be raised in the name of Yasin Malik in the Parliament of India. Well, that's called real guts. Will the law prevail? Will Yasin Malik be brought to book? And can the Congress clarify its stand? The country is waiting for an answer. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists, and thank you viewers for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Good night and be safe.